Aloha and welcome back to HiNow Daily. Right now I am joined by one of my good friends, Tiare Lawrence, who is a community organizer and also founder of Kakoo Haleakala. Not to mention, I worked under her on my very first job, so it is really sweet for me to be back here on Maui with you. So Tiare, thank you so much for joining me today.
Mahalo for having me.
Okay, now let's talk story because there's a lot to talk about, you know what I mean? 10 months ago, the fires came through Lahaina. That is your place. This is where you grew up. And so that really affected you, but you jumped into action. So please share with me your experience and what happened.
I mean, the fire was so tragic, and the night everything was happening, you know, of course, me as a community organizer, naturally, I'm like, what are we gonna do? We gotta fundraise, boots on the ground. And so I just went into action. You know, and one of the first things that we did was stand up a fundraiser with Na Wahine Toa, Ilima McFarlane, who's a popular boxer from Hawaii. She called me that night and she's like, sis, what do we need to do? And I said, I need help fundraising. Our people are gonna need help. Na Wahine Toa stepped in. And then, you know, just the days after following the fire, it was just getting gas cans and food and water and necessities to our people, and just so much has come from that.
Yeah, and then I mean, transitioning from Na Wahine Toa and doing even more work, then came the People's Fund, and you were working with some celebrities. Tell me about that experience and how that was able to help our community here at Maui.
Yeah, I was very fortunate to be one of the community leaders that were helped Oprah and the Rock start the People's Fund, and it was such a beautiful asset to our community. They distributed nearly $80 million to fire victims, and so that was a big help for a lot of our people. And I'm just really grateful for the celebrity support around the world because of them, you know, and their network.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's what I've been noticing a lot and hearing here on Maui, is that the support is coming from our neighbors, our families, our friends, other islands, but also worldwide, you know, just working with other organizations that's donating their time, coming in, international countries as well. So the support is there, and it's just it's flowing and it's coming. And then I wanted to move over to you and the Hawaiian Canoe Club. You guys stepped in as well in Lahaina.
Yeah, I'm super grateful for my canoe club. You know, immediately after the fire, we went into action. We turned our canoe club into a hub. We were receiving tons of donations, and we stood up a hub on Lahaina Luna Road, and so we kept servicing that hub for months after the fire. But you know, on Maui, we're just such a tight-knit community, and all the canoe clubs and everybody just stepped into action. It was such a beautiful thing, and makes me so proud to be from Maui.
Absolutely. And then, you know, we got to think about our keiki, and you guys did that. So tell me about what you folks did with the makana for Maui. Yeah,
so we started makana for Maui. Of course, during the holidays, it's a delicate time, and a lot of these families didn't even have homes, or, you know, couldn't even put up a Christmas tree. But we wanted to make sure that their kids would get gifts and toys, and so we started makana for Maui, and that was such a beautiful thing during the holidays.
And it's about rebuilding. You know, we're talking about the long-term recovery, so rebuilding, planting, and that's something that you started up with some of the intermediate students here at Iao Middle, right?
Yeah, so I work as a community relations director for Mahipono, which is one of the largest farming companies here on Maui, and so we partnered up with Iao Middle School, and so we've been able to propagate nearly 1,000 plants, and we're going to continue to propagate with these kids. I'm really excited about this project. I've had families pick up plants all week long this week, and so as people rebuild, I want them to know that we have resources for them in terms of, you know, helping them get back to the Aina and connected to Aina.
Of course. And before we go, if you can, you know, direct anybody to help you folks, or you need volunteers, or you want them to learn more about what you folks are doing, do you have like a website, or how can they get in touch with you?
You know, people can reach out to me, Tiare Lawrence @gmail.com, or they can follow Kākoʻo Haleakala if they want to participate in some of the community organizing that's happening. But reach out, you know, we're here, but you know, a great resource and a great place to come to is Kākoʻo Maui.
Okay, perfect. Anything you want to share before we send it to Kainoa?
Just, you know, to all of our ohana from Lahaina, just know that you are loved, and we're going to get through this together.
Amen. All right, Kainoa, over to you. Thanks.